Alright guys, so today is a new adventure. We are going to see a Disney movie.
We haven't posted in a while actually, so this is an interesting one. We're going to see a Disney movie. This is actually the first Disney movie that we're reviewing that we're posting. We've gone to a couple Disney movies like that, but we haven't posted them to the channel.
Yeah, and today we are going to be seeing Big Hero 6, which we've heard great things about. It's Disney, it's animated.
It's Marvel. Their name isn't on the marquee, but it's still technically a Marvel movie.
But so there's really nothing to say it's going to be a terrible movie.
Well, Disney didn't exactly. Well, there are times where Disney doesn't exactly have a good track record. But if they could make a movie with Miley Cyrus be a good movie, I don't know how they could make it. How it could be a problem, because they made a movie with Miley Cyrus and one of the hammiest actors in the world, John Travolta, and it became a good animated movie. But now we are on our way to go see Big Hero 6, and this is kind of a couple of polar opposites, because the last movie we went to go see was Gone Girl.
Yes, because we went to go see Gone Girl. We didn't film it because we don't put that kind of stuff.
This isn't the kind of stuff we're reviewing on this channel. We don't review grown-up movies on this channel.
We review like younger movies for younger demographics. So if you're looking for us to
review R-rated movies all the time, don't get me wrong. We review lots of. Go back to the channel. There's 2 R-rated hard R. There's 3 actually. 3 hard R-rated comedies reviewed on this channel.
But we review more like for college age and lower movies. We're not going to sit through a adult movie like David Fincher or Chris Nolan or the Coen brothers and try to nitpick it apart, because we have no clue how to do that.
And the fact is, we don't want to, because we're having fun with this. We're sitting here, we're having a little fun with it, enjoying every second of it. We're not sitting here watching a dramatic performance like this actor. He went into quite the research of his role. He went digging deep into his emotional core. We're like, this guy was funny, and you could so tell he was improvising.
So yeah, that's the whole point of it, and we're very excited to see this particular movie, because even though it's a kids movie, Frozen was great, despite the hate it's getting now. It has become a phenomenon.
The hate is really just a bunch of people who are just waiting to see what people do, because in my opinion, they're just trolls. They're popular. They're seeing that it's popular, and they're like, I'm gonna see what happens when I tell people I hate it.
But otherwise, Disney can't do any wrong. It's Marvel. It's a Marvel property. We've heard some great stuff about it. So let's go see what comes out. We'll see you guys in a minute. All right, guys, we are out. We're out of breath because we just ran across the street.
It is busy tonight around town tonight.
Obviously, because 2 big movies are out this weekend, but we're here to talk about just the one.
Yeah, Big Hero 6, great movie. Loved it.
It was probably one of the best animated films of the year. Not my favorite, but the best. But one of the best.
Let's talk, because this movie has a lot to talk about.
First of all, this animation is beautiful.
It's different from what you'd expect from a Marvel movie. I'm gonna just compare it to the new Star Wars series, because they're both made by Disney. Last night we watched Star Wars Rebels, and that animation, I was like, okay, this is a colorful change of pace from Clone Wars, and then I saw this, and I'm like, ooh, that is muted in comparison to this.
It is colorful, it is beautiful, it is amazing. And the emotional core of this movie is definitely Baymax and Hero, and I loved this movie so much for that. Because Baymax, the feels, so much feels.
And I think a lot of that has to do with Scott's
the guy from 30 Rock who plays Baymax. He is
he basically created the voice based on I think it was a 911 operator or something like that.
but it was just amazing. You could get so much emotion out of just an emotionless monotone voice. The animation was, everything was about this was amazing. The comparison, we have not read the comics, but it is such a good superhero origin story.
Let's talk about the mains. T.J. Miller, Genesis Rodriguez, Jamie Chung, Ryan Potter, and Damian Wayans Jr. They're all great. We haven't seen a lot of Damian Wayans Jr.'s movies for a lot of reasons.
And then
I've seen like 3 things Jamie Chung's been in,
one of them was Dragon Ball Evolution, so you do the math. Genesis Rodriguez, she's of course being shown as I guess an incredible actress. I heard good things about her performance in Tusk, specifically, it comes to mind.
And T.J. Miller, I did not care for his character in Transformers 4. In fact, when he was killed off quite early in the movie, by the end of it, I was like, oh yeah, T.J. Miller was in this movie. But here, he's a main character. He's a main role, and obviously they gave him a little room to play. They didn't have a guy standing over him saying, "Do it like this. Let's shoot him like this." And oh, by the way, blow him up before the movie's even a third of the way through.
The thing about, and I kind of might want to throw this out there, but the thing about having comedians in animated movies is that they could probably have room to improv. Maybe T.J. Miller was improvising at one point or another. We don't know, but we don't know. But we know that comedians are always given room to play when it comes to animated movies, because of course they did it with the late great Robin Williams.
And they did it with Josh Gad in a more recent example with Frozen. Apparently most of Olaf's dialogue was improv to make the directors laugh. Ryan Potter, he did a great job. We've only actually seen him in one other thing, and that was somewhat short-lived TV show on Nickelodeon called Super Ninjas.
Yes, but the point of this entire movie was the connection between Baymax and Hero, and I just get so much feels just even thinking about how this movie goes. It's so amazing. Now, as for problems with the movie, obviously this is a little formulaic. It's a little predictable.
Even Alan Tudyk is being formulaic in his way, because he has done 2 other Disney movies. Because this is his 3rd Disney animated movie, and every single time he's played pretty much the same character, driven by some unhealthy goal to the point of
usually greed.
Driven by greed or something like that, to the point of destroying everything around him to get what he wants.
Obviously, if you actually watch this movie, like I pretty much figured out the whole parts of the ending before, as stuff was unfolding. It was in the theater, and it was kind of annoying to be right, because I don't like to spoil myself just by sitting in the theater and going, oh well, this is gonna happen now. Otherwise, this was a good movie. I really loved it so much.
This is great. I don't know if it's the timing of the actual movie, but this is basically the Frozen of the year. This is going to be a good movie. This might be the first ever superhero movie to win an Oscar, just because I think it could win the best animated feature Oscar.
I personally think How to Train Your Dragon would take that place, but that's what debate's for and everything. We don't have to have the same opinion. But anyway, a couple of quick things before we go. First and foremost, Fall Out Boy has a song on this soundtrack. Your thoughts, because you're a huge Fall Out Boy fan.
Yes, and I love it. Most people do not like the new Fall Out Boy kind of electronica pop-based sound, but I love the new Fall Out Boy sound, because that's what I fell in love with. It was Alone Together, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. That's what made me a Fall Out Boy fan. Immortals is an incredible song. It fits with it's both in the traditional Fall Out Boy spirit, in which it's not quite about the lyrics are sort of an interpretation of a relationship, but it's also in the interpretation of the relationship between Hero and Baymax and the rest of the team.
Yeah,
And Henry Jackman, who off the top of my head, he did the score for Captain America. He was able to mix his classical stuff. He threw in like electronica basses and electronica-based music, and there was rock guitars and all kinds of other super awesome stuff that added to the sound of the soundtrack that made it incredibly cartoony and super awesome. This is totally a somewhat anime-based score, I believe.
All right, and now I got about 2 more things, and then I think we should just rate it and wrap it up. So, real quick, we actually have a short before the movie to review. This is the first time we've ever done this, but I feel that the short needs reviewing, and it is called Feast. And if you love the Disney animated shorts, if you love something like, if you love just like sitting and watching the short before the Disney movie, you are going to love this short.
Now, the thing about this short is, okay, you should bring tissues to the screening of this movie, because not only will the actual movie give you
the feels,
a terrible case of the feels, but this short film, I was bawling my eyes out by the ending. In
5 minutes, they were able to get you to emotion. They gave you such great emotional stuff. It was so amazing. Spencer and I were just sitting there at 21 years old in a room full of parents and children crying and the movie hadn't even started yet. It was amazing what this short film could do. If this does not win Best Animated Short, I'm super going to be disappointed in the Academy because this was probably my favorite Disney short ever, I think. And finally, quick, this is a Marvel movie, so do stay after the credits, because
their name might not be on the marquee. They might not have the Marvel logo at the front. They might not have Marvel anywhere in the anywhere in most of the credits. There's bits and pieces. But stay till the end, because while this does not connect it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this does connect it to a much larger cinematic universe of its own.
So, with that being said, guys, I think we should go ahead and just rate this puppy. Let's get I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 10, because this movie was just great. It's no Frozen. It's not Frozen.
It's not even How to Train Your Dragon 2.
But it is incredible. And
Please,
I will buy the DVD, and I will buy that Blu-ray. I would go broke buying that Blu-ray if that's what it took.
We will go. This was such an amazing movie. If you haven't, please go see it. If you haven't already, this is just so amazing to see. It's a beautiful, breathtaking movie. It is emotional. You feel connected to these characters, even though some of them you don't even get much development from at all.
But the one complaint I have is that in the beginning, the exposition's kind of clunky. They're kind of like, oh, you graduated high school at 13. You graduated high school at 13. Who just interjects that into a conversation?
Anyway, guys, that's it for this week, for this episode. We'll probably be coming back soon for Interstellar or Dumb and Dumber 2 or Mockingjay, whichever one comes first.
Whichever one we happen to see first. But for now, have a good night. Enjoy yourself. Go see this movie, and subscribe to our channels. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel.
And leave a comment down below. What did you think of Big Hero 6 if you saw it? And most importantly, if no spoilers in the comments, or you are a Nazi. So see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.